Okay, it started. So basically we'll be we'll be looking at the fundamentals of AI. And then today, our objective today is to actually, by the end of day one, I expect that you all can actually understand what AI prompting is and why it matters, and you can actually understand how the AI models process and record respond to prompts and recognize common mistakes in prompting and how to fix them. And number four, you can be aware of different AI models and their ideas, use cases. And then number five, know the key components of a good prompt. So basically today we'll be using the ChatGPT tool because we'll not be going far. So we'll basically be using the Chat GPT tool just for this. We'll not go far. We'll not just try to like do something else. So if you can, anytime I cut off, you can't hear me, please do well to let me know, please, guys. Um, Safe. Please, can you be doing that for me? If you can't hear me properly, you guys can just do well to let me know. Can everybody hear me?
No problem. I can hear you.
Okay. So so lesson outline for today. We are looking to the introduction of AI prompting. Normally, AI prompting is a course that people go to like learn and pay for because prompting requires knowledge. Is an engineer is an of giving clear, structured instructions to an AI model to get the desired output. And the funny thing is, people mistaking this AI stuff to a new invention totally Peter evolving for all those years. Because back then when we were small now, they would tell us that garbage in, garbage out. What's the definition of computer? Computer is an electronic machine that gives that you input from data and it brings out data as an information and all those stuff. And then they'll ask you characteristics of a computer. You tell them it records data, taking data, stores data, and bring out data as output, and they call it information. And basically, that's what your AI does. So AI is a computer, but an advanced level of computer that uses an intellectual means to relate to you on a level, and that's electronically. So during the years, people have been mistaking AI for a new invention, not knowing that this stuff is actually your normal computer day to day. If you look at it now, Google is actually using Gemini. They have integrated to Google Gemini, and then they have prompted it in such a way that all your informations are being stored there. So anybody that if you're actually an SEO writer, that's a search engine optimization writer, you are looking to incorporate botting to your writing because if you don't write with AI, I swear they will not notice it. All this AI will not pick up those key factors for you to like prompt it out so that when someone searches for an idea, they can actually get it. So analogy, think AI as a very fast and literal assistant. Honestly, like these stuffs are fast. It will do exactly what you tell it, but not always what you meant. Like the funny thing is AI is not a human. Like it's a machine. It receives information. And mind you that it has like let's say 3.7 billion other information with it. So if you're telling the AI to tell me this thing, just know that it has like 1.9 million tell me this thing in its server. And so you have to be precise. You have to be on point with what you say. So it matters. AI matters because it saves time, effort, and improves accuracy of response and helps tailor output for specific tasks. And it's not making you lazy. Like people feel like AI is a cheap cut, is a shortcut to work ethics. AI is not. AI is actually a more faster route to being more effective and more smart when you're working. And for example, let's say for example now you are a doctor and you have to do prescription for people to actually let them know about a product. When you let's say a veterinary doctor, you want to tell people something about um dogs, how to care for them as a beginner in a friendly tone. You may be having a bad day and then you are tired, you can't be writing, documenting, getting it ready, and then publishing it to everybody at the same time. All those stuff are work. You have dogs to take care of, you have other stuff to do for. You can just go to an AI and be like, write a 150, depending on the how long you want it to be. You may say, okay, 700, 400, 800. You can just relate. You say, write me a 150 word blog post about dog care for beginners in a friendly tone with three bullet point tips. Those three bullet point tips, they are going to break it down into 3 points for you. And those 3 points are going to be the main precise points. And the funny thing is, this stuff is wrong. The AI will look at it, the AI will be confused. But at the end of the day, once you make sure that you have an outline, the structure is the role, the context, the instruction, and the output style. The role, write me a 150 blog post, and then the context about dog care for beginners, and then instruction in a friendly tone, and then you now give the output style with three bullet point tips that relates to dogs care. That's all. If you end at three bullet point tips, it's going to like sink ideas from nowhere. But you have to be precise. Yesterday I had the opportunity and the privilege to work with one of Idolo right now, Chain Inc. He was trying to create a PFP, and then we are struggling. He went and said, "Give me a professional," and immediately, like, the only professional stuff the AI could think of is someone with suits. And it was so precise that we started to wonder. So anything professional is actually someone wearing suit. Wearing casual cannot be professional enough for the AI. So once you are prompting, you have to notice the prompting structure. I don't know if you are writing, but write this stuff down. Prompting structures, you have to take care. You have to give it a role. I used writing a blog post for dog care. A role. You have to give it a role. What it's going to do, because of all those that saw those stuff that I posted about the video and was confused. Number one, I gave it a role. I said, um, the name of the AI is so 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 so. You have to be, you are this. This is what you do. That's the role. And then I'll give it a context. A context is you you break down and analyze prompt to be more creative, to actually do this. Look at what you do. You make sure that this stuff goes like this thing goes like this. You give it a context, like around what is going to be focused on. Is it, are you making it a DeFi llama? Are you making it a wild llama? Making a DeFi llama is, it's hard to focus on blockchain related issues. Are you making it a wild llama? A wild llama is, it has to focus on every stuff like around the world, totally around Web2, anything that has to do with Web2 in total. But wild llama has very destructive, because at the end of the day it's confused, because anything you just say, it's running in maybe 1 million over one ratio of thoughts. It's making sure that it goes around to bring out information. You prompt tire. That's where the chat GPT comes in. Let me not rush the point. But then the prompt structure are 5 things. You have the role. The role defines who and what the AI should pretend to be. Like for example, you are an expert travel planner. That's the role. You tell it, okay, you're a prompt engineer, you are a doctor, you are a medicine man, you are this. That's the role. Then the contents is like giving it background so that the AI will understand the situation. Okay, you have given it the role you should play in your life. Then you give it a contents like, okay, look at what you should do as you are doing this role. Example, you are a expert travel planner. That's the role. Then the context, you are helping a family of four. plan a vacation to Japan in December. That's the contents, the background of what the role you are playing of. Then instruction, suggest a 5 day itinerary. Clearly tell the AI what to do. You now know your role, you now know your context. So look at what to do. Then the output style, the way it's going to give you the specific format, tone, and length of the information it's going to give you. That's the four major prompting structure you should know. Like this prompting structure can take you 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 1 week to write. But if you follow these four basic instructions, the AI is going to respond adequately to you. So the output style, the specific format, tone, and length. Example like list each day's activity in bullet points using friendly and concise languages. Then you know that you have to be precise with the way the AI comes out. Is it in a fierce way? Is it in an angry tone? Is it in a family manner? All those formats comes under the output style, the way it gives out those information. So if you can actually like learn this prompt structure alone, you are ready to go. And then the formula for all the AI out and prompting is role, contents, instruction, and output. These stuffs people take 4 years to learn them because like it takes time, because at the end of the day you get confused. But basically, if you know how to check the role, the contents, the instruction, and output style, you are good to go. Then we'll be looking at how the AI model think, respond. The key idea normally is AI doesn't think like human beings. That's very some that's a very important point you should know. It predicts text-based pattern in training data. Um, Here's where we have issue with what I just told you about the formula for prompting structure, because it predicts text based on patterns and in training data. Even though you are giving the AI rules, contents, instruction, and output, the AI is still going to like base your information randomly. Let's say for example, you give an AI an image. Let's use I'm seeing some AI generated images here. We have Chain Ink, we have Safe Crypto, and okay, just these two. The rest we are like easy to make. I'm looking at these are hard stuff to like actually make because they have to do with your own real pictures. So Safe Crypto, let's say for example, she she goes to the AI and she's like, um you are this, look at what you are doing, do this for me, then make it look yellow, brown, purple, orange, and all this stuff. The AI will do it. The AI will actually bring out an imaging that suits the prompt that you gave it to. But then it will not suit your style, your interest, or your make, because then you didn't get to like introduce, you didn't get to like give it a pattern, a training data, something to rely on. So what happens when you prompt? Your text is converted into token, like it's converted into something tradable, something you can actually use to like buy or transact. You give in to get something. And then model predicts this most likeliness token repeatedly. They keep on getting familiar with your token, like those financial let me not call it financial, those exchanges that you use, those exchange data that you use on them, they get familiar with it. Let's say you make the AI understand that you're a writer, you're a content creator. The AI is going to save this information, and anytime you are prompting, the AI is going to work on what you do. Like right now, if I should go, okay, let me do this for example now. If I should go to my chat GPT right now and ask the AI, who is Azubike? Let's see. Who is Azubike? This is ChatGPT 5. We are using ChatGPT 40, but with ChatGPT 5. So They'll look at what the AI does. The AI will say the name Azubike is an Igbo origin. Azubike is a traditional Igbo name from Nigeria, typically given to males. Okay, notable individuals named Azubike, Udoka Azubike. It's you saw the AI brought out an idea of Azubike from not me. I'm the one that is Azubike, but he brought it out from general context. Then you now give it a role. You now be like, um, who is what can you tell me about me, Azubike? I've given it a role. Me. You are focusing on me. Your context is to talk about me. Then instruction, me, Azubike, on the Web3 space. And what do you think is my niche in a let's say 150 word sentence? Let's see what it says. Okay, as a fast forward thinking Web3 innovator blending technical acumen with visionary design, Azubike has carved a powerful niche in African bordering decentralized landscape, championing blockchain adoption, crafting intuitive user experience for merging digital platforms from DAOs to NFT empowering. Explanation of the niche. He started to explain to design to blockchain to empowering through tokens, and let me know if any part of that doesn't reflect your actual work. If you'd like to customize the niche further, happy to refine it. Like immediately, like the prompt is not right though. But since I gave it a structure to work on, it already knows that yes, this is my owner. Like this guy has been talking about mostly doing this and doing that on the Web3 blockchain. So it now decided to define. That's I gave it a token. I've been relating to it. Actually, it's today that I started because I decided to like start a new account with ChatGPT so that we start from fresh. I just gave it like precise information to see how it goes so that we won't come and start making the class more longer. So the model predicts that most likely this token now is normal, like the token of him being Azubike, the Web3 innovator with the Web3 Starters Assembly brand and every other stuff. This is what he does. And then the output is shaped by your wording, clarity, and constraint. If you notice, the way the output comes out is because of the way I gave it the prompting that it should actually tell me who me Azubike is on the Web3 space. It's analyze that. So take note of that if you're writing. How AI model thinks. AI models are not human. It predicts text-based patterns in training data. Those training data are your text is converted into tokens. The way you relate to the AI, the way you talk to the AI, don't just enter your ChatGPT and say, do this for me, do that for me. It's going to give you a random, it's going to give you a random style. So what you do is your text, the way you relate to it, you have a conversation with it. You be like, hey, maybe you want to research a project or something. You be like, hey, good morning. Hey, um, I'm this on the Web3 space, and today I'll be looking at a project. You be like, it will not tell you, what project do you want to look at? What do you want me to do for you about the project? You be like, analyze this project. It will now ask you for maybe an information, a link, a website, or something. You give it a website. It's now give you a breakdown of what the website is all about, or what the product or what the business is all about. Then you now say, okay, you now give it your own idea. That's where the trick comes in. The AI told you that this product is like this. Let me come out from Web3. Let me use the whole basic um word as a whole. Maybe not focus on Web3. Let's say you want to research a product, maybe a skincare or a maybe a company, and you tell the AI, hello, this is what I'm going to do today, and the AI asks for a code, a website, a format to like work with. You give it to it. The AI comes out with a decision like this is what I feel like this thing does. This is what they do according to so. According to so. You be like, yes. And there are news that this stuff is going to be like this. I feel like this stuff is going to be like this. You give it your own mindset. It's like having a conversation with someone. You guys are working together hand in hand. You don't become lazy. You don't just take what the AI gives you. You react back. You have a conversation. You tell it your own mind. I feel like this stuff is not going. Sorry, you can't hear me. Can you
I
guys
can
hear
hear
me?
you
I can
clearly.
hear you.
Okay. So you have a conversation with the AI, it makes everything easier. And then the output will be nice because it's working based on your conversation and is bringing out basic idea from what you want. Then factors in influencing responses, like we said, the output, the temperature, the controls creativity versus accuracy. Control creativity versus accuracy is the way you talk to it is the more accurate the conversation is, the response you get and the feedback you give back is more the accuracy of the AI is going to be. And then some models can handle certain token count. Like if you're not on premium with an AI model, there are going to be some breaks in the input you can give to it. So the length limit matters because the longer you guys go on with the conversation, is the more precise facts are being cleared. It's like talking to someone. You are having a conversation with someone. The more longer you guys stay on that conversation, is the more longer it gets to understand what you're doing. Because it's not a magician. He can't read your mind. No be girls we just want me to read their mind. So you have to talk, you have to converse, you have to go for long. Then the more longer you guys go, the more clearer information will become. And bias from training data. AI reflects pattern from what it learned. So if you don't train your AI, if you don't tell your AI what to do, who you are, and all those stuff. For example, let's use ChatGPT for today. Let's say once you enter the ChatGPT, you be like, "Hello, um, this is a format of how I use." Okay. How is your Web3 energy today? Still building, teaching, or shaping the space? He already knows who I am. So let's try something new. Let's sign out. I'm going to come in with a new account. Let's sign out so that I will teach you because all these stuffs are based on training data. You have to actually have a background already with the AI so that it can actually understand you. And especially if you're prompting for a work, maybe you are prompting to build with it, you actually know that yes, you are prompting for your own personal use. Maybe if you are prompting for a company, maybe you are being employed to be an prompting engineer for a company, to help them in advertisements and marketing with the AI too. You can actually prompt it based on the company's data, what the company is all about. So network. This stuff is taking time. But hope you guys can see my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen.
Okay, thank God. So basically you be like hello and just a formal greeting. You be like hello, how is your day going? Fine. Then it's not regards to your what's on your mind today, work idea, just chill. Okay. Um Azubike, the founder of Web3 Starters Assembly. Nice to meet you officially, Azubike. So, are you taking big plans for the Web3 starters or just checking in? Updating your memory. See, already it's not telling you that, okay, they want me to keep in mind that you are Zubike, the founder of Web3. That's part of your identity whenever we talk. Would you like to also remember any specific details about you or the project, like its mission, styles, or goal, so I can reflect them better in future response? Okay, I'll be like, here's the website. You can analyze more data from here. Thanks for pointing out. From your website, what Web3 Starters Assembly offers, mission, Web3 data already, like, it's already analyzed the website I gave to it, and then it's not giving me information. So how I will remember this? I will keep in memory that you are ZBK founders of Web3 Starters Assembly, a mission-driven initiative dedicated to guiding Web3 beginners through practical, safe learning experience. Think bite-sized lessons, interactive practices, AI tutoring, quizzes, certificates, all wrapped in community support. Would you like me to remember additional details like your brand visual style? You see, it's now giving me more broader knowledge to what I want to give to it. What next? Let me know how you would like to move further. Want help updating your content to highlighting the AI tutor more, brainstorming new lesson topics, outlining a certificate workflow, all this stuff. These are an example of how you can actually relate to it. The more you keep giving it all this information, the more it keeps giving you more effective working style that you can actually use, because you don't know it all. So you're coming to it to help. So you have to give it an idea of how you want it to work. That's the factors influencing responses. Bias from training data. As I've given you this stuff now, let me say now I'm coming to give it maybe now it has the information, and I'm coming to research a project. I'm coming to research a project. Maybe let me use which project will I use now? Okay, yesterday I actually talked to yes, memory save. So which projects? Project. Oh, fuck. Um, okay. How? Wait, let me search for a project on Telegram because I can't think of their website off head right now. Let me just look for projects I'm into. Okay. These projects are actually looking to launch soon. So let me copy their info. I'm looking to pitching with the there for a position. What position can I pitch in for and why? The website is not yet updated, so basically I tried to open the eForm token site but ran into an issue accessing it directly. The website is not yet out. So potential roles you could actually pitch and why it matters. Developer advocate, technical community lead. Why it matters for utility currency like EFM, adoption hinges of creating trust and excitement among the developers and community. And what you bring: clear technical explanations, tutorial, live coding sections, hackathon coordination, Discord engagement, developer onboarding materials, pitch line. Because of the idea that I gave to it earlier about me teaching and making sure that people get clearer knowledge about something, it's not giving me that I can actually become a dev advocate or a technical community lead in this project, because this project is looking to um, give birth to a token that can actually receive word adoption when it comes to transaction. So They are now telling me that the AI is not telling me that what I can bring there is a clear technical explanation, tutorial, live coding sections. And when it comes to tech, I'll give more clearer knowledge. And then two, I can become a Web3 product manager for them because what you bring, roadmap creation, creating their website, that's being a proper strategist for them from the idea that I gave them the first time. Then it now came to the third one, tokenomics and governance designer. What you bring, designing staking models, inflation and deflation schedules, governance structures and reward and incentive, growth strategies, ecosystem partnership manager. What you bring, outreach to wallets, dApps, NFT platforms, and every other stuff. So educational content creator, like look at roles that is bringing out based on already what I know. Okay, it outlined the roles here, and that gave me why it's needed. So if I'm going to this dev account right now, I'm not going in confused. I already know my strengths because the AI already knows my idea. I already know my strengths. So all I need to do is just walk up to the developer and find a good pitch. It's not AI pitch. Find a good pitch because I already know the project, what the project is all about. I already have an idea of what I'm looking to come in for. So with the AI now, I now have like five different approach to go to the developer and five different approach to chat with um the project. So that just it. So number four, if you have any question, you can actually put a chat in the group so that I can take in on there. If you have any question before we go far, you can do that. Just write it down in the group so that I can actually like take care of it along the line as we go. So number four, common prompt mistakes and how to avoid them. The common prompt mistakes that we make is the words are too vague. You you just rush into and start saying stuff because you feel like the AI will understand you. AI is not thinking, it's not in your brain. So you have to add specifics. You have to add tone. You have to length it very well, like the length of the conversation. It has to be audience. Like you have to listen and it listens back. And there has to be a format from a structure style, from the way it talks, from the way it behaves. All these stuff have to be taken into place. And then multiple taxes in one prompt. For the video creators in the house or the content creators, once you are creating a content with AI, you don't do all scenes once. You create prompting scene by scene, and then you can use CapCut, Canva, any editing video site to actually put all the scenes together and add your effects and every other stuff. But to get a precise prompting output, you have to break down taxes into separate prompts and numbered steps. You don't have to encompass the AI with a lot of knowledge. You have to break it down. And then number three mistake is no contents provided. Like you're not giving it background. You are telling the AI to create a someone playing a piano, and you're not telling the AI that the background should be like this, the keyboard should be like this. Make sure that it's a arrow XY, make sure it's a blue XY, make sure that the hand is on C, or make sure that the guy is playing E flat. Like all those stuff are very, very needed. The AI needs to understand the background info, how you want it to be, the precise location of the hands and every other stuff. If not, there's a prompt that I made. Okay, let me show you. There's a prompt that I did, and I used it as an example. I didn't give it basic background to what I want it to do, and the prompt turned out funny. Let me look for it. Here's it. If you look here, I gave it a proper prompt to every other stuff. Here's where I fucked up. I don't know if people can see this. It's eating the fork instead of the bread. Like there's a fork in his mouth instead of the bread. I didn't give it. I told it to actually make sure that it's eating with a fork it isn't beans with a fork on the right. I didn't tell it whether on the right hand or on the left hand. I just said it's eating bread and beans with a fork. So it now gave the bread fork too, and I gave the beans fork too. So you see that here the context wasn't right. But when it comes to the background and every stuff, I did another mistake. The mistake here was I told you that while eating, he's actually on the system writing a white paper. I didn't break down the scene. I could have been like eating beans and eating beans on the other hand and bread on the other hand. Then I will come to the when it comes to the system, I'll be like, and closer to him is a system opened with a file written whitepaper.pdf. And you notice that the system will shift a bit. The way the system is looks like his hands is on the system because I said, and he's also on the system trying to write a white paper. So the AI now understood that okay, the laptop will be near him and then his hand will be on it. So you have to give it all this structure down, down. You have to like make sure it prompts it very well. You have to like break it down for it. Here, I made sure that I prompted it to my decision. The walls are cracked. There's a plug of sockets everywhere, and then there's two phones down. One is looking at chat, and one is on X, and he did it perfectly well. And then here, the same stuff. I did the same thing. Make sure that I was carrying a 75 kg dumbbell, and he's weighing both of them. And then I didn't want some background, so I just be like the back of the gym toilet. Then I gave you that bathtub in the gym that used to be on the back side. So that's an example of prompting. You have to give it a context, a background. If not, the AI is going to work with what it knows already. So the wrong role perspective, you have to explicitly assign a role. Like you saw what I was doing there, I told it as the AI, as the person is eating, the person is still on the white paper. So now you are eating bread on one hand, beans on the other hand, and your hand is on the white paper. So you have to be precise with these roles. You have to assign roles, break it down, content by content. And then different AI models. For the role, let's say let me use let me do this. Let me show you an example of a well structured um prompt. Okay, this is a well structured prompt. I'll drop it in the group as reference. You guys can tweak it. Mm, let's use this one. I'll drop it in the group so you guys can use it as an example. And then when it comes to AI prompting, you have to focus on the ratio, how it's going to be, how you want it to be. Let's say, for example, you want the AI to create a realistic, a cinematic, um, picture, a cartoon, a paint related stuff. All these stuffs are very important. You always have to like prompt it very well. You always have to like name all the stuff. Those are the structures involved because you have to give it all these ideas. So I'm going to break this stuff. What is this thing plenty of this? Sorry guys. So basically this is an example. I just want to like give you an AI structured okay, yes, I have it. Ah, So once you just have this down, we'll now move to different models so I can explain them. Okay, that's it. So here's an example of it. So you can use from here to see how it goes. The first one, you see that here I said a hyper realistic magazine cover style, digital artwork, and featuring a young black man, color of the man, and I've given it a row resembling the reference and photo provided. I gave it a photo. The photo had the context, and then he has a short natural hair and a subtle beard. He's wearing a casual hoodie in a background. I'm not giving it background. He's wearing a casual hoodie in a modern corporate tech environment. On the chest, sorry guys, on the chest of his hoodie, both uppercase text reads Azubike. The scene is I'm still in the background though, because the background can take can take longer because that's where the work is. The scene is a sleek modern work center with a corporate tech feel, clean lines, glass partitions, warm white cool grey tones with touches of metallic and LED glow. The man is working. These are still the background and activity. So under the background, you have all this stuff. Then you now have what you want to be there. Then you now have the lightning, the feel of how you want it to be. All these are under the background. And then here you see that this one is shorter. Create a hyper realistic. Create, that's your role to create an image. But here comes the AI model. So you guys can take well to look at this stuff. Let me not just stress. I don't want us to take long in the class. So we'll now go to different models that we have, the AI different models that we have and their use cases. Because that's where you understand prompting them more. Because all if you have a model, any different model already has a role already. Because it's not much you must go to the AI immediately and be like, you are an image creator or you create image for me. No, that's where you have the models. All the models have what they want already, what they are going to do, their roles already. So all you do is focus on the rest of the structures. And the rest of the structures, like we mentioned, I don't know if we still remember. Can someone help me and just let me make sure that the class is following? The structures that we mentioned, the AI prompting structures that we mentioned. Can someone just outline them for me? Anyone? Am I audible enough? The prompting structures that we talked about um, are just four basic structures.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
So do you know the prompt structures that I talked about? That are basic prompting structure that you have to follow anytime you're prompting for AI.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, what are the four basic structures that I talked about? Can you help me? Anyone? Okay. The four basic prompting structure that we talked about are the roles:
Can you hear
ro-
me? Okay.
context, instruction, and output style. It's actually context. I'm going to drop a full explanation of the class later, because I feel like maybe because of the way I talk, you guys can get all the clear. So the four prompting structures that you have to follow, listen to me again, is role. You have to give it a role. Two, context. You have to give it a context. That's context, a context. You have to give it instruction on what to do. The instruction has to do with how you want it to be, and then you have to give it an output style. The output style, how it comes out doing this, doing that. The color of the background should be this, the distance should be that, and the other one should be all that. Hence the prompting examples that I gave in the group. And then we have different AI models. Let me just go there. So already you have one taken out. With this AI model already, you have the role. The role has been taken out because different models equals different roles. You now have different roles already there. So in the different models, you have the large language models. These are the LLMs. The large language models are the ChatGPT, Cloud, Gemini. These are used for text generation, summarization, questions and answers. Basically, that's the large language models. That's the LLMS. So ChatGPT is under that. Then Cloud is under that. That's the CLAUDE. And then you have the Google Gemini. All this stuff, their use cases are actually to text for text generation, and then summarization, questions and answer, and analyzation. All these stuffs are used to analyze, to create text, to summarize, questions and answer, repetition of explaining of words. Like you can talk to it, chat with it, and be friendly to it. That's why anyone will tell you that using ChatGPT is actually the best, because you have a model that listens, that relates, and can actually feed you back, and you feed it back. But other models already going to, let me say I go to Mid Journey. That's Mid Journey is image generation model, and I start talking to it. I'm like, I want to create this. I'm looking to do this. I'm into this. I'm into that. So I'm looking to like incorporate this and incorporate that. It will be confused. It will be like, Oga, just tell me what you want to do, ma do am. All these ones don't concern me. So, but with ChatGPT, you have a wide range of conversation, but it just at the end of the day is now limited to the processing output. What you want it to do? Do you want it to create an image for you? Do you want it to create a video for you? All the stuff is now limited. But at the end of the day, it will understand, relate with you. If it can't create, it can actually tell you, okay, go do this or go do that. So that's basically it. We have the large language models. Large language means like wide varieties of different conversations. And then we have the image generation models. These stuff are used to generate images, video context, anything when it comes to content creation. Like basically, these stuff are used for it. And they are the DAO-E. The DAO-E is actually a ChatGPT based, but not fully ChatGPT. Is actually a VEO incorporated model that is used to generate images and videos. And then we have the mid journey, we have the stable diffusion, and these stuff are used to create creative images and product mockups. Then you have the third models. You have the speech to text and text to speech. These stuffs are used to like we have Siri, Alexa, and all those stuffs. These stuffs you can don't start typing or doing stuff. What you do to them is you have them in a product, maybe your system or your phone or your appliances. You tell them what to do and they feed you back. You can tell them, okay, since you are my system, okay, I'm going for a workshop. Look at what I want to do. Look at what I want to do. They will generate a text back to you. And then maybe you just type in something and they give you speech back. So basically, they are not there to do any other work than you give a text, they give you speech. You give a speech, they give you text. So that's it. Then you have the code generation model. These tools are used for coding, for the coders in the house or the developers in the house. You have the GT Hub, Copilot, you have the Code Llama. All these stuff are basically under coding. Then we now have the specialized models. All these models are actually models that you have in different work functions. You have the BioGPT, you have the Blueberg GPT. Blueberg GPT is actually into finance. When it comes to finance, ask it any question. When it comes to finance, it will actually like work with you. And you have the Bio GPT, which is actually into medicine. These are models for medicine. You have the Agro GPT, just different. The Science GPT. All these stuff are into DeFi science. So then you have the normal Science GPT actually, which incorporates with the Bio GPT. But the medicine and the science are actually different because at the end of the day, let's say you are looking at coming to the medicine world, you can't talk about let's say agriculture, biology in a certain way. Is limited. The bio GPT is limited to just medicine, anything that has to be improving humans. But the science GPT actually incorporates all round, but when it comes to chemistry, chemicals, biology, both humans and both mammals, amphibians, all those kind of stuff. Basically, it comprises of them. So basically, like these are the basic models for now. The large language models, which are the ChatGPT, the Gemini, and then the image generation models, which are the DALL-E, that's the DALLE, and the Mid Journey, the Stable Diffusion, which are used to create images and products, mockups, and stuff. Then you have the speech to text and the text to speech, and then you have the code generation. So an example of it, all these models are, if you go to your GPT and you click on the menu, you see GPTs here. Once you come to the GPTs, you see a varieties of all this. You have the by GPT. By GPT means is created by the GPT team. You have Monday, a personality experiment. You may not like it, but under it you have the DAO-E. Like I said, DAO-E is actually under GPT, but it's not that integrated under GPT for now. Then you have the mod ops, you have data analysis, you have the creative writing coach, coloring book hero. Like you just have different models. So give it any browser for you, it will gather on the information. Like there was one stuff that happened, that a company was being botted, and then it got hacked. That people on X were hacked also, and they used their account to send messages to people telling them that you have been assigned to become an ambassador of so place and so place. So when I was trying to download and register for all these stuffs, it was getting hard. I just copied it and came to this web browser. Immediately I imputed it, it started telling me if the browser was genuine, if it was real, how long it's been, and all those stuff. So basically, then you have the gate time. He explains a game for you. Like it's like hack code cheat. You have the negotiator, you have the cosmic, like you just have different GPTs here. You have the writing, productivity, research and analysis. You just have different models, but the basic all-round models are GPT, Gemini, Alexa, Siri, Alexa, Siri, the Scholar AI and all those stuff, they are under the specialized model. So take note of that. We just have five basic models, and then the rest are under these five basic models. So we have, once you know about all these models, now we have a limited time when it comes to any model due to premium. Then I put, you have to like have a premium account to actually operate more inputs to all these stuff. So I'm going to end the class here because I don't want to like go far in. But tomorrow, in tomorrow's class, we'll be looking at let me confirm, let me know. In tomorrow's class, we'll be looking at different ideas. But for today, this is just the basic one. If you have any question, just drop it in the group so I can actually talk about it, because the class is just supposed to last for 1 hour 30 minutes. So we are going to be using 30 minutes to attend to any question. If not, then we'll close them because I don't want to take anybody's time in a day. So the summary of what we talked about, for those that were not here, I guess everybody was here. Like we have Anik B join us. We basically broke down introduction to AI models, what AI is. We talked about AI being an already computer, which you already know, because back then we had the computer being defined as an electronic machine that that you input information and it brings out information as output. And right now, we don't define AI as that. We just have AI as a model that you give in information and it brings out your detailed input as output. So that's the models that we have right now. And we also broke down, we started explaining prompting, that prompting is giving the AI instruction, a detailed information on how to relate and give you your information back. And we talked about structures to prompting, we talked about rules, we talked about contents, we talked about instructions, and we talked about output. All these stuff are basic stuff we should look at when you are looking to like give an AI or get a clear information back from any AI models. You have to follow these four basic steps. And then we looked at how the AI models think and respond. They are not humans, so you have to, when you are chatting with them, you have to make sure you have a conversation with them. They are not there to make you lazy. They're actually there to like uplift you, make you more effective. So you don't have to just is, like for example, let me say in your daily life you have a friend and all you do is just, hey, I need you to do this, then you go. It will look like you are using them and they can be productive more that way, because they don't have the capacity to exploit, to relate to themselves, to actually like do more. But then if you come to them, you be like, ah, guy, have fun now. Be like, fine, how your day now? Be like, okay. I'm looking to do this. So they'll be like, ah, what is it? You not tell them. Then I'll be like, okay, see, you can do it this way. And you be like, but see. They'll be like, the more the conversation goes deeper, the more ideas flow, the more the result comes in. So that's how AI models think. They don't know everything. So you have to carry them along. You have to have a deeper conversation with them. And then we talked about common prompting mistakes and how to avoid them. The normal prompting mistakes are you don't give it proper structure, a contents, an instruction, or output style. Already different models have already made rolling, giving a role to an AI model easy for you. So you don't have to start giving it a role. You just have to select the model you want to use for your duty, and then you now focus on giving it a context, an instruction, output style, and then you rest. Sometimes some rules already, some AI models already have context. So you don't need to stress yourself and start giving it context. You just have to focus on giving it a detailed information and a detailed instruction and the output. And then we talked about prompting styles, and I dropped one. The detailed prompting style is actually the one I dropped in the group. Let's look at that, where we have a breakdown of how I want it. Instruction: create a hyper realistic digital artwork. That's to show that instruction, I want you to create a hyper realistic, that it has to be realistic but still in an image form, digital artwork. Scene is set in a rural Nigerian village with a red earth ground, that's clay, a tropical trees, and simple buildings in the background. There's a large crowd of people gathered, men and women, in colorful Nigerian attire, listening attentively. In the center stands a man resembling the person in the uploaded black and white photo. And I uploaded an image to it to copy instructions from there for the output style. And then dark skin tone, short, afro textured hair, neatly shaped, wearing a hoodie. His facial features, skin, and everything is going to match the reference photo, but with a bright, confident smile. The hood is bold and modern, with Azubike written. All these stores are under the output style, how I want it to be. The man is holding a glowing, futuristic digital screen of a large tablet, displays the Daxi.com. So after I gave it all this information, broke it down, the atmosphere is lively, optimistic, educational, lightning is bright. Like, I gave it basic step by step details of how I want it to be. Now guess what the AI gave me? Let's look at this stuff. That's the bet of this. This is what we got at the end of the day. This is what we got. And I saw that the clay house, which are all this here, the palm trees, hyper realistic. You now saw that the picture is like iPhone clearer, like more than iPhone clearer. I made it more realistic. And then we had people with the educational value and people clapping because they're learning something, and every other stuff that's happening. See the way he's holding it. Everything is just real. And then the image I uploaded, he actually copied it. So basically, if you don't give your AI a structure on how to work, it's confused. It's like a child is learning. So for you to avoid common prompting mistakes, you converse with your AI. Your AI can actually create the prompts for you. Here's the hack. Your AI can actually basically create these prompts for you. You don't even need to stress yourself trying to tell it what to do. All you need to do is use the power of suggestion to go with your AI. You tell the AI, I want to create this. I want to do like this. Look at my idea that I want to bring out. The AI will be like, okay, why not do like this? Let's create a style for you whereby you can actually like be like, look at the idea, look at the project I'm working on, look at the brand I want to advert, look at what I do, look at this. Let's forget Web3. Maybe a business owner, you sell provision, you be like, I sell provision. I want an idea whereby people can actually see that it's provision I'm selling, and they can come in and they can, the AI may be like, okay, then you need to create a environment whereby you have different provisions set out, and then you have people coming in to buy, people carrying it, then maybe a truck of goods outside and people helping you to pack it in, and then different biscuit brands on the corner and all this stuff. You know, like, yes. And then you add your own style, the AI will complete it. You keep on adding. Before you know, you now have a well detailed prompt already with it. So that's basically what we talked about avoiding common prompt mistake. This is a basic rundown. So tomorrow we'll be looking at AI for Web3 jobs hunting, like how to use AI to basically hunt for jobs. Under that, we'll be using AI to create powerful CVs and LinkedIn profiles or X profile, and then crafting personalized outreach messages to recruiters. How to use AI to actually get a proposal to write a basic professional proposal that looks humanly made, we'll be using that's what we'll be looking at tomorrow. And then how to use AI to research Web3 companies, grow via AI. I showed an example when I told it, look at this stuff, but that's like the surface. When you want to go in deep, we'll use that. We'll talk about all those stuffs tomorrow. So stay tuned. And if you have any question, you do what to like ask, maybe after the class or later on, you just do well to like ask. I'm going to do well to attend to it. And then the assignment for today, the assignment for today, you're going to write. If you have any question, you can unmute your mic and ask. If you have any question, I'm just going to like pause for a while to wait for any question.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, boss.
Yeah, thanks for all the teaching. Actually, I'm not actually at home, but I try to look for somewhere to hang around outside so that I could hear it well. So I want to know, will you be able to still drop the recorded classes so that I'll be able to listen to it again before doing the assignment? I just want to know so that yes, I wasn't really able to get most of what you said, but I was following what we were doing. I
Okay,
don't know if you
yes,
still
there's going to be a yes, the video of this class is going to be dropped. It's recorded. So it's going to be
okay, thank you
dropped
very much.
after the class.
Okay.
So does anybody have any other question, or maybe you have any contribution? Anything? Let me just give some time while I jot down the assignment for today.
Okay, thank you so much, Azubuke. Thank you for the class and thank you so much. Also, I would like to know the assignment, how it's going to be submitted. Like, how we're going to make it in form of maybe Google form, or we're just going to type it and drop it on the group. I would like to know about that.
You can use maybe any output of your choice, like anyhow you want it to be. You can maybe write it, drop it. Okay, let's use Google Form so that it will be easier, because it's going to be basically large. So let's just use Google Form so that I can just check it. And then mind you that anybody that doesn't partake in the assignment, I'm going to give a grace. Since is the weekend, I'm going to say, okay, today and tomorrow, the class we are going to hold, I'm not going to disturb anybody. I'm just going to let everybody still be in the group. But I'm going to give Sunday as a day, no classes on Sunday. You have to finish all the assignments that have been given from day one and day two. If not, on Monday, those people that haven't done the assignments or any of the assignments won't partake from there, because I'm looking for intentional people that actually value it. Because I feel like if people are paid for the class, they would value it the more. You see them turn up, they will show up, they will even like join in the class and be asking questions because they actually paid money for it. But because it's free, you don't have stress. You just have people come in, say they want to learn, and then you have only 8 people on the day of the like first class. You have only 8 people, and these stuffs have been we have been announcing this stuff for long. So just use Google Form or Doc, sorry, Google Doc to actually do the assignment. It's just 3 basic assignments. One, you write 3 prompts using the role, the context, instruction, and output style. Since you have different AI models, what you do is, okay, let me just say 5, because we outlined 5 models So you are going to use 5 prompting styles for this. Since we have the role, you just look for different AI models and write 5 prompts with these different AI models. And you are not going to give out you're not going to generate it, just write only the prompts. So I'll just write the assignment while I give chance for other questions.
Good evening, sir. Mr. BK,
Good evening, boss.
thank you very much for this class. So the only thing is that I was having some challenges. My network was going on and off. I will hear you. Sometimes I was not hearing anymore. I will switch off from Telegram and come back before I'll be able to connect with the class again. But I just want to ask a question. You spoke about using different AI models. So I want to ask a question because I have noticed that the AI model on WhatsApp, Meta AI, is not really as smart as the AI model for Twitter, that Chat GPT. Even when I try to train the AI, because someone has told me this, you try to engage your AI to become better. Even when I try, it does not still give this accuracy. I don't know if there is anything, or we should just avoid it, or maybe the AI was not made for some purpose to engage in smart questions and topics or research. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but I've tried, and many persons have been having these complaints also, that Meta AI, don't use Meta AI to do your research work. It's rubbish. It gives wrong research. It does not update itself on time. It gives past or previous answers to questions. Like, I don't know what to do or what you have to say about that, sir.
Like we mentioned in the different AI models, you have the speech to text and the text to speech models. That's just what the AI meta is for. Like metas are not even supposed to do any research, any generation. The meta AI is just there to help you chat, make your chat more effective. So that's basically it. So you won't blame it. It's not made for any other stuff else than just to chat. You give it voice notes, it gives you text back. You test it back, it doesn't give you voice notes, so it's not even complete self. So basically, that's just the work. It's just for chatting. That's why the Meta AI is everywhere, both on IG, Facebook, and WhatsApp.
Thank you very much, sir.
No problem. So I don't know any other question.